Well, this awful episode, incident, disaster, however you want to term it, has introduced Damar Hamlin's name to a lot of people. Let's introduce him best we can through you to a lot of people. Who is Damar Hamlin, and tell me about him.
Well, again, one of the things that I had the unique opportunity is not only do I cover Pitt, but my son was recruited and obviously played at Pitt for 5 years. And, for 3 of those years, Damar Hamlin was his teammate. And also, I coached my sons in a lot of their, when they were growing up in basketball and things of the such. And so we ran into Damar Hamlin and his family a lot, and you get, playing against them, things like that in basketball and whatnot. So I got to know them and I got to know the family very well. And I think I'll tell you, the thing that is, to me, so good is that his story is getting out there. This is a guy who is, every bit the great teammate that people are talking about him being. He's a giving person, obviously. When he was in college, he was trying to raise money for his hometown of McKees Rocks. He was trying to raise money for kids. He's a guy that basically was always willing to mentor younger players. His family is very involved in a lot of different community activities. And listen, I think that one of the things, obviously, if you know anything about his family, his dad Mario had some legal troubles. If you read anything about this family or anything about this family, they understand and they embrace it because they feel like obviously he's put it in his past and he's really become a good role model for a lot of other people to be able to say, hey, don't fall into what I fell into. And he's obviously been a really good dad to his son. But all of the things that you're reading and hearing about him as being a really just a warm, caring human being, and I'm talking about Damar, is true. And I think that, I was watching this with my son who played with Damar. And he literally, for almost 45 minutes, was silent, texting his Pitt teammates, just trying to, and my son's not one that really shows emotions, trying to really, because, he said, Dad, the thing is when you play college football, obviously every year, you're playing with, 104 other guys. There's a lot of guys that are just sort of faces in the crowd that you kind of know, or you kind of even don't even know because it's so big. And but Damar and I, we were friends. They started together on the same defense. They were in a lot of the same meetings. They spent time together. I got a chance when Pitt played in the Sun Bowl. It would have been my son's senior year. They played Stanford. I got a chance to spend some really good time with Mario. And I can just tell you, these are salt of the earth, really, really good people. So everything that you're reading, sometimes something like this happens, and people, will go
Right.
way overboard to say how good of a person the person is, and then maybe those of us that know him are like, I don't know. In this case, I can't emphasize enough that he warrants all of the warm regards and everything that people are giving to him.
I've got Paul Zeise here from Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, host of 93.7 The Fan, a friend of the Hamlin family, also a man who's covered him and has known him for many, many years. So this is when we booked you to come on the show, I wanted to make sure we knew who this young man was, certainly since all we're talking about him is being in the ICU and unresponsive or not responsive yet. And the fact that we get to talk when we're finding out he's squeezing the hands of his loved ones, and it's just awesome, man. The whole country, we've been on pins and needles for 72 hours, and we're hoping that this is a nice corner turned, Paul. So it's pretty cool we get to chat like this, No,
yeah, I will say this too. I think one of the things when I was talking with Damar actually at that Sun Bowl afterwards, and there was at that point probably still a lot of NFL scouts and things of the such who were not sold on Damar. And this is why I'm going to tell you, I'm betting on him to, make a full recovery, and he's going to beat this thing because he's, there were a lot of people that, and this wasn't, Damar wasn't one of these guys that jumped off the map athletically and all that other stuff. And obviously there was questions about his size and things of the such. But, he basically made it very clear. Listen, people have been betting against me my entire life, and I'm going to continue to work, and I'm going to continue to be that guy that overcomes and proves everyone wrong. And certainly he has done that, in being able to be in the NFL. Mike Tomlin talked about it the other day when he was talking about the fact that this is a guy that made, hey, this is my dream. There's a lot of people that think that maybe I can't achieve this, but I'm going to prove them. I'm going to show them I can achieve this. And so that's sort of how he's built. That's how that family is built. And so that's why I really, I in my heart of hearts, I have no doubt that at the end of this thing, he's gonna beat it.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.